Hello there, I am a cat, and I am only obsessed with making bread and chasing lasers. Meow.
Probably going to be the last and only cat that you will ever see on this channel because we do not like them. Desmond isn't really an exception because he's a brat.
He is a brat.
Last week was kind of a fluke. Christina did not upload her video yet because she is getting her doctorate in chemistry and she's busy. Instead, we have our guest, Leyla. I think we first met when you pulled my pigtail, or so the story goes. You can find her all over the internet, right here. What Leyla also loves to do is terrify random people on the street.
How dare you!
And of course, the best way to trap unsuspecting regular people is on the CTA in our lovely city of Chicago, which is actually raining right now, so it's not that nice.
The whole city is raining down on top of itself. It's kind of dramatic.
It's collapsing like the apocalypse. So, I'm glad I'm here at the end of the world with you.
I wish I could say the same.
One thing that's crucial about getting on any public transit is to know how to maintain your own personal space. And this lady is an expert at it.
Basically, the rule for all of these is just kind of act crazy. Because nobody wants to fuck with a crazy person. Especially someone who's trying to rob you. They see someone doing something crazy, they think, oh hell no, that's the last thing I want to do. I am just getting out of here. So,
ain't nobody got time for that.
Basically. Number one. I had some man come up and sit next to me, and he looked kind of sketchy because his coat was on backwards and he was doing kind of like one of these things. I immediately thought, okay, I gotta get this guy to move. Problem solved. Number two. Similar to the first one, but not so much deathly physically ill as it is deathly mentally ill.
Number three.
The third way. A little more difficult if you have people actually directly next to you, but sometimes I'm on the train and I look up and, oh, this is a boring view. More interesting if I ride the train like this. Kind of like the leaning over and like the really awkward positioning of yourself. Kind of yoga on the train. And then people see this and they go, oh, I don't know what the fuck that girl's doing. I'm not dealing with this shit. And they move away.
Consider it, you know, an investment in your personal space future, because if they start to recognize you as that crazy girl on the train, you will have your own personal seat. The CTA is, of course, a treasure trove of just some of the
terrible things.
Most random, most horrific things that you could ever experience in a confined space when you are just trying to get from one place to another. What's your worst horror story of ever being on the CTA besides, you know, looking in the mirror? This one girl, she comes on with her boyfriend, and she's just wearing, like a towel, like, wrapped around her body. It's really crowded, and she's sitting on her boyfriend's lap next to this poor, skinny Asian kid. Just looks so awkward and uncomfortable that this woman, you know, caboose all up in his space, and he did not ask for this, and the towel is just riding up, and you get a nice side of haunch. Just wonder, you know, you have to feel that you are showing bare ass, and did nothing about it. Nobody said anything, just looked in pity at this poor man that had to deal with this woman's buttocks in his face. So this is Tessa. Hi. She is also amazing and on the internet everywhere.
Oh, I'm not that. I'm a couple of those things, but not all those things. It's the green line. It feels like a green line experience.
Yeah. Green line is rough.
This isn't the worst, it's just the most recent. He was just like going up to people and he would like kind of like shake them and ask them for money, but like he wasn't asking, he was just making noises and like...
How do you know he's asking for money? Telepathically.
Yeah. It's like everyone was a piggy bank. Yeah. I don't know. And there were
if I shake them hard enough, their money will fall out of their pocket. What do you do in those? Do you like, because like you said, people just don't want to fuck with crazy people. They,
you just don't know.
They could shake you. They could like lick your ear. They could.
I wouldn't want that.
All right. So do you remember?
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna set my stop. I look in the reflection and realize in the reflection I before could see the two men in the puffy coat in this little alcove. Now I can't. Now I can only see the one in the black puffy coat. And he's sitting kind of like sprawled like this. Wait, what? They didn't get off. And then I realized I can see the top.
But they did. The alcove, moral of the story, the worst place that you could ever sit. Even when it's the only seat, it is not worth it to sit in the alcove. Which I guess brings us to the next segment of our video, which is, if you're sitting with another person, at what point is it okay to go for that empty seat? Do you go for the one right away? Is that other person going to get offended?
I don't really see how this is an issue. I want to sit by the window, I move by the window. I don't want to sit next to this person, I move away from them. Like right now, I don't want to sit by this person.
Well, now that's awkward. See you guys on Sunday.